Today we are joined by Henni Zuël, and all of you will recognise her from Sky Sports, but she's a former player and now she interviews the best players in the world, Tiger Woods being one of them. Now in this video she shows us the best drill she has ever been shown for striking your irons. It's super easy, it's actually super quick to implement, and you can tell by my reaction in this video how good this drill is. It can be used by any golfer, any level, with any iron.
And you're like screwing the top onto a bottle. And strike was really
pure.
good.
My God! I've not done this.
No.
I've not seen it being explained like this before.
And you see how your hips naturally open? There.
It's weird because I wasn't focused on my hips. All I was focusing on putting pressure down. Henni, there's a question I've been dying to ask you. I know everybody wants to know this. You played yourself. You've interviewed the best players in the world, Tiger Woods being one of them, and that's the one I want to pick your brains on. What's the one thing, if you said, okay, how am I going to strike your irons better? If someone's watching this right now, what would you say would be the biggest thing that would help them?
So in golf, obviously the most important crucial things are the most boring. So I would say just consistent setup is incredibly important. So same ball position. You see the guys on the range week in, week out, they've got their alignment sticks down. They know exactly where their ball position is. The stance is square to the alignment stick every time. They're the same distance from the ball every time. So all that really boring stuff. But then I would also say impact position, and Tiger was so big on this, is strike from the center of the club face, and impact position is crucial. So I think that can get a little bit confused sometimes, especially because there's so many different moving parts.
People hear that and they think, oh my God, trying to find the centre. I'm just trying to make a swing, and how do I get bothered about that? How can I picture it? There's so many questions I get asked on that, and I think it's a daunting subject for a lot of people. But hopefully you can help us sort this out. Yeah,
so because obviously we all have like a million different swing thoughts going on, and timing is crucial, but it's also really crucial to know where do we want to be at impact. And with an iron, we hear all the time you want to hit down on it. So you want your hands ahead of the ball. So a nice little drill that I do is when I'm standing over it with an iron, I just push everything down into the ground. So you imagine you're like screwing the top onto a bottle.
Are you putting quite a lot of pressure in there?
A lot of pressure on there,
okay.
Yeah. So I'm pushing down into the ground as hard as I can, and my hips naturally open up because of that. So I'm not opening my hips. Just purely on the act of pushing my hands down to my left toe, everything opens up. And then you get to know how it feels to have your hips open at impact, but your shoulders square. Because it's also really easy to, from the top, go, I want to open my hips up, and then your shoulders go with them. And then you're hitting that nice big banana slice that
we don't want to hear that.
No. Scratch that from your memory. So yeah, that's a really nice one. So hands down into the ground, down to your left toe. Feel what that feels like, and then basically just try and emulate that position. So you do that and then just hit straight away.
Just do that again for us. If people just come around here, this is a really good, like, the reference points that I'm getting is like, your shoulders look more like parallel to target line. Your hips are open to that, and your hands are like on your left thigh. And it's mad, you can actually sort of see like the pressure. Like, when you play now, is this still something that you would picture before every single shot? So you're like, could you do, like, all I'm thinking is right here, a lot of people don't have a lot of time to practice, most of their practice on the course. Would you suggest like, feel it before a shot, walk in and hit it?
Yeah, you could stand back here, look at where you want to hit to. You know, everyone has their practice swing. So right before you take your practice swing, I love a practice swing behind the ball because I think it helps you to visualise. So before you take your practice swing, just go like that, and then just go right, boom, that's where I want to be, and then step into it.
Can we see one?
Yes.
We're under pressure here. I mean, this is some hole.
This is some hole, isn't it? This is quite a challenge. So I'm going to do exactly what I said, what I preached. So I'm going to go there, right? That's where I want to be. Direction isn't good, but strike was really good. And I really just, I got a lucky bounce. No.
Oh my God!
Stop. Settle. Oh, just off the left edge of the green. That's a beauty, But it really did help me mentally. It takes away a lot of fear, actually. Because obviously I'm slightly nervous, like hitting. I've not hit for a long time and I'm a bit stiff. But it takes away that fear because you're just going, right, I'm just going to hit down on it. And so you're just committing to that impact point as well. So I think that's another element of it. Mentally, it really helps.
I think the mental aspect is massive there because going back to that, you said you've not played for a while.
No.
So having that idea, okay, well, let's just try and recreate something that I've just made. You then got it to go to. Now, we're doing this as 7-iron. Could you do this with 5-iron? Could you do this with a wedge? So
all of the irons. I would obviously stop at hybrid.
Okay.
So, but wedges, pitch shots, all the way through to 4-iron or 3-iron if you're brave enough for 1-iron.
Well, who carries the 3-iron now?
No one. Yeah, definitely. All the irons, I just think it's really a lovely thing to try and feel and commit to as well.
Awesome. Can I have a quick go?
Yes.
Because my whole thing this year is I'm actually going to try and play golf.
Have you done this before?
No, I've not done this.
No.
I've not seen it being explained like this before. Like, I've done things like where you might push up on the side of a mat, but I've never thought about it as, okay, I'm actually getting an aspect of my hips feeling a little bit open to my shoulders. Because from a coaching point of view, it's so hard to get somebody to feel that and do that without going sort of like manipulating them, and then it all feels a bit false.
Yes, exactly.
And then they can't recreate it.
No,
so
I'm really curious of how you're going to feel. Yeah.
So I get in. And then, do I just push my hands?
Yeah, push your hands, and you see how your hips naturally open? Yeah. There.
And should I be feeling my pressures going down or this way? Okay.
Down into the ground.
Because I was a bit that way there.
Right. So down. There you go.
Awesome. Then one look, and then we'll try and recreate it, because I am absolute one of them.
Right, okay.
So the left is a very popular part of the golf course for me.
Fine. So I'm going to make you do it again one more time, and then just swing and hit straight into it. There you go. Now go.
That felt a little bit different. It's weird because I wasn't focusing on my hips. All I was focusing on putting pressure down that way. The rocks are a popular bit.
What I'm seeing is you just got an extra, like 5 yards there?
Extra 5 yards, easy.
Yeah.
Well, Henni, thanks for sharing that.
Thank you
really
so
appreciate
much.
it. I know everybody watching this right now will really appreciate that tip. Take it to the golf course, start striking the irons, and like me, you might add 5 or 10 yards more.